Namaste. Welcome to all of you who are joining me today. My name is Lisa. Let's start today's practice with a grounding practice. So come into a laying down position, holding on to the back of your knees and start to release your lower back, upper back, shoulders, and finally the back of your head onto your mat. Readjust the position of your feet. Tuck your tailbone in and release the sacrum down. Roll the shoulders up, back and down, and arms relaxed by your side. Gently closing your eyes and focus on your breath. Use it as a tool to anchor your mind. Being very curious about your inhale and also your exhale. Observing the movement of air. Observing how your body breathes. The rising and falling of your chest. The expansion and easing in of your ribs and abdomen. Be present with your breath. And with the next inhale, open your eyes and extend both of your legs. The feet apart, about slightly less than the hip width distance. So start with the feet or the toes rather, pointing up towards the ceiling. And we'll do 3 exercises to reset the spine. The first one is called the heel rocks. So ground both of your heels onto your mat and start pointing and flexing the feet. And let the whole body relax. So the entire body actually is rocking together with the feet. And release. Bend at the knees one more time, feet flat on the floor. And now we are going to do the second spinal reset exercise, which is the pelvic rocks. So the focus is now on the pelvic region. So we will tuck the tailbone in. So by doing that, your entire lower back should be pressing gently onto your mat. And then go the opposite direction, which is pointing your tailbone onto the ground. And you will be making a slight arch or gap between your lower back and the mat. Tuck in and point. Tuck it in and point. Let's put more focus on the pelvis, just the pelvis for now. And you can add some coordinated breath with it, like maybe an exhale as you point the tailbone down and inhale as you tuck it in. And from there, we will continue with the pelvic rocks, but now we will let the entire spine, including the neck and the head, really relax, and again they will also joining the rocking movement. So as you tuck the tailbone in, you will tilt the chin up, and as you arch your lower back, the chin will move towards the chest. So try not to analyze too much the movement, but if you keep your whole body or rather your whole spine relaxed, the movement will come into place by itself. and adding a coordinated breath. Let's do a couple more. Okay, and with the next inhale, return back to a more neutral spine. The palms facing down. Inhale and raise the arms overhead. Watch if you are start to arch your back. So raise the arms only as far as you will still be able to keep lower back on the mat. So, and then exhale to lift the legs. Sorry, keep the knees bent. Inhale, then straighten the legs. Another exhale, bend the knees. Inhale, lower the feet. Exhale, arms down. Inhale, arms up. Exhale, feet up. Inhale, straighten the legs to any degree. Exhale, bending at the knees. Inhale, lower the feet. Exhale, lower the arms. Inhale, exhale, in and out. Breathe in, breathe out. Yeah, let's keep going and keep breathing. Keep the lower back in contact with the mat the entire time. Let's do just one more. Alright, and then we will roll to the side. So coming to the right side, and we'll come into this variation of side plank. Check that the bottom shoulders is not hike up towards your ear, so press down with the bottom forearms to lift and engage the side of the body to also give you a lift. And for now we are keeping the bottom hip on the mat. Knees bent, feet stack. Inhale, arms up, and exhale, thread the top arm under, reaching from under the chest towards the back, and keep the pelvis stacked. Okay, and inhale, open the twist, reaching up, look up. Exhale, twist under. Inhale, exhale. Let's do a couple more. And exhale. Last one. Reach up and exhale. And return to a neutral spine, facing towards the right side. And now we will add lifting of the bottom hips, so maintaining the integrity of the bottom forearm, pressing up, and also the side of the body, and start to lift. And you can just hold here, and or you can add some movement, which is as you lift up, you will bring the knees apart, and then you will lower the hips down, maybe gently touch only, and then you will extend the top arm and the top leg to opposite direction, and then open, lift, exhale, lower and reach, lift and open, lower and extend, lift, extend, and release back down. We will flip to the other side. So press up, transition for a bit into boat pose, and roll onto your left side. So coming into a variation of side plank on the second side. So same thing, set up the base first, which is your bottom forearm pressing up and the side of the body, building integrity to get the lift. So bottom hip down for now. Inhale, exhale and twist. Inhale, exhale, keep the pelvis stuck. A couple more. Okay, and return to a neutral. This time we will add lifting the bottom hip. So you can just hold here for about 5 breaths. You can add some movement. So lifting and bringing the knees apart, and then exhale, lower the hip down, maybe touch gently and extend the top arm and top leg. Lift, lower, open and reach. A couple more. Okay, and return. Lower the bottom hip and flip into boat pose. Lower the feet down and readjust. We are coming into a sitting position, so sitting on the heels, and we will walk the hands forward into tabletop. So keeping the elbows straight, you just sway side to side. And then return to neutral. We will send the hips back towards the heels, and as you do so, try to think of like clawing your fingers onto the mat. Yeah? So, as you press back, claw, press, as if you want to touch your fingertips onto your inner wrist. Again, release and rock forward, tabletop, rock back, claw onto the mat, release, tabletop, back, up, and claw onto the mat, release, one more, push back, and claw, press down, and come up. So let's change the position into Dandasana or Yoga L-sit. So we are sitting with the legs together, toes pointing up. Engage your quads, which is the major muscle at the front of your thigh, to straighten the legs and lifting the kneecaps towards your pelvis. Ground the sit bones, hips under the shoulders, shoulders under your ears. Spread the arms to the side. This time we can keep the feet slightly apart. And we then exhale. We will twist to the right side. Inhale and twist. Exhale to the left. Inhale center to the right. Breath in center. Exhale out and twist. And one more twist to the left, center, and at this time, as you twist to the right side, lower the right palm, swivel the legs, and press up into a side plank. lower into twist, untwist, exhale, and lower the left palm, and turn into a side plank on the left side, lower into twist, right side, left side, and this time we'll stay on the side plank on the right side. So bend the top knee and press the feet flat, top hand at the back of the head, and start to extend the spine. And release back into side plank, lower into twist, untwist, and twist to the left. And we will hold on the side plank on the left side. So bending the top knee, pressing the foot flat, bringing the top hand at the back of the head and start to extend the spine. So the foot that is on the mat, use it to press out. Okay, and then lift the arm, extend both legs, lower into a twist, untwist, and reach the hands forward, holding the legs anywhere on the calf or ankles or maybe the feet. Hinging from the hips, exhale and start to come into a forward fold, keeping the spine long, thinking of reaching forward through the crown of your head. Okay, and then inhale, rise up. Press the back of the wrist together. You can change the position into a Baddha Konasana or diamond, and to release the legs and then circle around the wrist. And reverse. Okay, and then we'll come into a tabletop and reach your left hand towards the right side, lower the right elbow and keep reaching to the side, with the left arm, so you feel the stretch along the left seam of your body, and you can lower the hips down more towards your heels as well. Okay, and then reposition back into tabletop. This time right arm reaching towards the left, lower the left elbow and keep inching the right fingertips forward, stretching the right side of your body. Alright, and then reposition into tabletop. Inhale, arch your spine, look up. Exhale, round the back and then push the hips towards the heels, child's pose. Inhale, press up, extend the spine. Exhale, flex the spine, push back, child's pose. Let's do that couple more. Inhale and exhale. Inhale, exhale, and next inhale, bring you back into a neutral spine tabletop. Extend the right leg, check that right toes pointing down, lift the leg off the mat, and if your balance feels great, you can extend the opposite arm. And exhale. Bring the elbow and knee to touch or close to each other. Extend. And round the back, knee to elbow. Let's do one more. Extend the arm and the leg and round the back. Okay, and release to tabletop. So for second side, you can actually start from here and then bring the elbow and the knee towards each other, so you don't have to start from this position and come into this if the balance is not available today. So extend the left leg, check left toes pointing down before you lift the leg. So here is where you decide whether you want to add the opposite arm or stay with both palms on the mat. Next exhale, round the back, bring the knee to elbow. And then extend and round. We'll do 5, so 3 more. Alright, come back tabletop. Tuck the toes, big breath in. Exhale, float the knees, sending the hips up and back. So stay on your tippy toes. Lengthen the spine. Press away with your palms, keeping the extension along the spine, especially at the lower back. And see if you can lower the heels closer towards your mat. And then bend just the right knee and think of touching or lifting the top of the left foot towards your left shin. Yeah, and then switch. We will bend the left knee and think of lifting the top of the right foot up towards to touch the left shin. Okay, and then this time straighten both knees, bringing heels closer. Don't have to touch to closer to the mat. And with one inhale, you will walk the hands towards the feet. You can keep a soft bend on the knees and start to roll your spine up into mountain pose. And then we will, so actually it's more like unrolling to come up, and this time we will roll. So start by rolling the cervical spine, the neck spine, bringing the chest, chin towards the chest, keeping the arms hanging relaxed. Start to round the upper back, mid back, lower back, and touch down, and roll. Mountain pose, roll down. So there is no specific breathing pattern, just continue to breathe. If your breath cycle is pretty long, you can do like roll down and up in like just one inhale and exhale for another roll up and down. But if you're like me, my breath is usually just one inhale to roll down and exhale to roll up. Yeah, so just observe your movement and your breath. We'll do one more roll down Right. And now we will stand with the feet wider. So just slightly less than the mat width distance, but wider than your hips. And we will raise the arms up. And this time we will keep the spine neutral, hinging from the hips, spreading the arms to the side. Come into a slightly wide-legged forward fold. And glue your lower ribs onto the top of your thighs, holding on to your ankles. Inhale, bend the knees and rise up, looking to the point at the other end of your mat. And exhale, straighten the knees, forward fold. Inhale, bend the knees, rise up. The entire time the bottom ribs and the top thighs are glued together. And forward fold. Release the palms down and walk forward towards plank, slightly wide-legged plank. Holding for one breath. And then drop the knees and bending at the elbows to lower slowly onto the ground. Untuck the toes. Keep the hands where they are. Just pull the elbow towards the midline. And inhale, extending from the upper back, pressing the pubic bone onto the mat. Come up into a baby cobra. Or if you want to press all the way up into a full cobra. And then lower. Tuck the toes, press up, plank, one more breath, and start walking, hands towards the feet, returning back to the back end of your mat. Glue the lower ribs onto the top thighs, holding onto your ankle. Inhale, bend the knees. Exhale, inhale, and exhale. We'll do 4, so a couple more at your own speed. Okay, and then you can rise up from a halfway lift, like from your neutral spine, and then all the way up, or you can come up by unrolling the spine, so your choice. Okay, but when we lower back down again, we'll do with a neutral spine, hinging from the hips. Straight away holding the ankles. Inhale. Exhale. 4 times. And after the 4th one, release your palms, walk forward, plank. So this time you have an option to lower the knees and lower all the way down. Or you can keep the knees off the mat, bending at the elbows, keeping the shape of the plank as you lower slowly all the way down. And this time we will try upward facing dog. Okay, inhale and exhale, slowly lower. Tuck the toes. You can press up with the knees on the mat, or you can try pressing all the way up to plank. And start to walk, hands towards the feet. Feet wide, slightly less than the mat width. Hold on to the ankle. Inhale and exhale. Inhale, exhale. Okay, the next inhale, either unroll the spine or reverse swan dive. Come up, swan dive, come down. Inhale and exhale. Walk the hands forward to plank. One breath and lower with the knees down or maintaining the shape of the plank, but slowly. Okay, and then untuck the toes. Next inhale, press up to high cobra or upward facing dog. And exhale, lower. Bend the right knee. Catch the right ankle with the right hand. The other arm is just across in front of your chest. As you're using the front forearm to press up, the straight leg is active, toes pointed, and start to extend the right hip to lift the knee up into a half bow. Release. Switch the position. Press up with the right forearm as you reach to catch the left ankle. And extending the left hip to lift the left knee off the ground. Half bow on the second side. And lower. Hands under shoulders. Tuck the toes. So either you press up into like a tabletop and then all the way to plank, or you can also try lifting from here all the way to plank without dropping the knees. So your choice. Always work with what is available today and walk the hands towards the feet. 4 times. Grab the ankles, inhale and exhale. And exhale. Okay, after the 4th exhale, stay in your forward fold and grab the opposite elbows and swing side to side. Swing back to the center, lower the palms down, bend the left knee and walk towards the right side, so adding twist. So left knee bend, right leg straight, twisting towards the right side. And then untwist to the center, switch. So now right knee bend, left leg straight, and then walk your hand twisting to the left. So we twist towards the straight leg. One more breath. And untwist forward. So this time let's unroll the spine to come up. So let the arms hang relaxed by your side. Okay, and then turn. So we will roll back onto the mat. Inhale, arms up. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, fold, bend the knees, arms forward, and sit, and roll back, and roll forward to boat, roll back, halasana, and boat, and halasana, Let's do a couple more. So if rolling back and forth to both is not available today, what you'll do is just this, or even this not available, what you can do is simply give your low back a gentle massage. Yeah. So there are many variations that you can do. Halasana to both is like the most active, but if you are ready to have a more restorative practice towards the end of today's session, please modify, adjust to your needs. Okay, and then roll back into a half corpse pose. Stay there for a couple of breaths. And you can spend the next 1 minute to do a free form counter posing. Free form counter pose is anything that you need to do to release remaining tension. Like you can windshield wipe your legs, or maybe hugs the knees and sway side to side, back and forth. You can do a happy baby. You can do a spinal twist. So just feel it in your body to know what it needs. Alright. And whenever you are ready, join me in Shavasana. So extending one leg at a time. Feet slightly apart, and then releasing the arms by your side. If your shoulders feel tight, you can bring the shoulders up, press it down, press it back, and then pull it down, and then release. You can shake your head side to side and let it come to rest by itself. And return to your breath. Let your breath guide you to drop in. There's nothing else to do but to breathe and to relax. Start to deepen your breathing. Wiggle your toes and fingers. Bring the legs together. Raise the arms overhead. Inhale, give yourself one big stretch. Exhale to release. Pull the knees towards the chest as you roll to the side. Stay on your side for a couple of breaths. Keep your eyes closed. And whenever you are ready, press up into seated position. Finding your sitting bones and ground yourself onto the earth. Inhale, arms up. Press the palms together. Make a prayer. Lower the prayer into the center of your heart. Thank you for joining me today. Stay well. Namaste.